How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to run you through a couple things, but mainly in relation to Stephen Donald's comments on the breakdown, classifying the URC as a very, very low level, plus also in his comments in relation to Geordie Barrett and having to earn his place back on the All Black side. So please, before I continue, like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help my channel grow, and a vast majority of my viewers are not subscribed. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get cracking. Now, Stephen Donald on the breakdown, he made comments in relation to the URC, saying that it's not at the same level as Super Rugby, and this is something I don't know if maybe I'm just biased because I watch a lot of the URC. I watch a far more amount, much more URC than what I do Super Rugby, and don't get me wrong, Super Rugby is fantastic. It's some of the most exciting rugby you're going to find. But the thought that they think that the URC and the Champions Cup is not on the same level as Super Rugby just completely baffles me. And while I was watching it, nobody really had any say about it. They all kind of agreed to it. Like, yes, Super Rugby is the best thing since bloody sliced bread. And then it got me thinking in relation to, okay, look, Super Rugby, we got some brilliant players, we got some brilliant teams, we got some brilliant nations being represented in the likes of the All Blacks and like the Crusaders and so on. In which case, yes, they got some top level players. But you look at the nations that are represented, as you know, the Pacific Islands, Fiji, Samoa, Australia, New Zealand, and so on. The only team that is top tier is New Zealand, and the only reason why they are second is because Ireland ended up losing, right, which allowed them to jump up the space. But when we look into the URC and we look at the players that are playing there, in form of Leinster, who have, I think, around 20 odd Irish internationals playing for their squad. We have the likes of the Sharks, who have, like, I think it's like 12, 13 Springboks in their side. Never mind teams like Glasgow. Then you have the Bulls. You have a lot of Italian players as well, which is, absolutely brilliant. And yes, I'm not about to say that the URC is the best league in the world and it's strong from top to bottom. The top is really, really, really strong, whereas the bottom, not so much. A lot of the Welsh teams, they're not as strong as they used to be. But you look at the likes of Leinster, you look at the likes of Glasgow, you look at the likes of the Bulls, the Sharks, and I can continue. Elite players at the top of their game. And for them to go and say that it's not at the same level, like I say, it baffles me, it confuses me, right? Because you look at the nations represented in Super Rugby, they are nowhere near the top 5, right? And then you say, okay, all of these teams and all of these players that are revolved around this are better than teams that have the best in the world. They have some of the best talent in the world. And then to say that Super Rugby is not on the same level, I'm pretty certain we could put Leinster in Super Rugby and they would wreck shop. Same thing with the Bulls, same thing with the Sharks, same thing with a lot of these other teams. So again, it confuses me and it baffles me as to why and how. Right, so now this raises a question to me. What are these guys smoking to say things like this? Is it clickbait? Is it there to get views? Do they genuinely believe that they are the Super Rugby is better than the URC? I don't know. But the one thing that baffled me most was their comments on Jordie Barrett, quite possibly one of the most skillful, most talented centers in world rugby, saying that him playing for Leinster, he now needs to earn his right to come and play back for New Zealand when he comes back? No, 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 no. He doesn't earn his right. He's earned his right by playing up against some of the best teams in world rugby, by playing up against some of the best teams in the Champions Cup, by putting out some of the best performances. So for them to have to say that, that is a smack in the face of Jordie Barrett, who's one of the most talented centers of the past 10 years. Jordie Barrett does not earn his way back on that side. He walks his way back into that side. And there's no way anybody can say anything else. Look at the performances that he put. They've got some of the biggest monsters in world rugby in Leinster, and playing up against some of the biggest monsters in world rugby, and you come in and you say, you've got to earn your way back on this position? No. They say, oh, what? He's playing golf? He's being rested. He is being rested. He's being well managed with his time for the performances for the teams. He's being rested. There's a difference between not playing and being rested, because whenever he comes on, he puts on a shift and he shows everybody why he is one of the most elite centers in world rugby. Simple as that. So for them to say that about Jordie Barrett, and this is as a South African, I would be bloody ashamed to say something like that. Again, I don't know if it's clickbait, but to even think about thinking that Jordie Barrett needs to earn his way to come back to Super Rugby and show what he's worth to go and play for the All Blacks, absolute BS. Absolute BS. And I'm pretty certain a lot of people from New Zealand will tend to agree with me. I don't think I'm of a mind to think, oh, Jordie Barrett needs to go from playing with the best players in the world to come to Super Rugby to show his true talents, to show his true skills. We've already seen what he's capable of doing in Super Rugby. We've seen what he's capable of doing in the URC and now in the Champions Cup. He does not earn his right, because he's earned his right through the games that he's played. He's earned his right through his performances, and he's earned his right through his history. You do not just get given a shirt as All Black. You earn it. And he has done everything physically possible to earn it. So I think these guys are stupid beyond all belief. But guys, I want to know what your thoughts are in relation to this. Am I wrong here? Am I being an idiot to think that Jordie Barrett doesn't need to earn his spot back for the All Blacks? Does he need to go to the URC, so to go to Super Rugby, to earn his place back as an international player? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.